What is the actual role of marketing? And how do we get people to actually take action? First thing you need to do, there needs to be built awareness about what the product is, why it exists. Secondly, what you need to do is you need to know one of the really important things that you need to distinguish the difference between is marketing and sales. Marketing is not responsible for making the sale. That's the sales role, because there's too many things that can break down between the phone ringing and the sale being made. The purpose of marketing at the end of the day is to deliver an outcome. Now that outcome will be dependent on what you need that result to be. It really depends what stage the business at. And one of the biggest mistakes that I see being made out there right now is that welcome to the Marketing Factory, where we don't blend in. I'm Marissa Candy, founder and award-winning marketer. And for over 2 decades, I've helped businesses think differently about their marketing and achieve powerful results. In this podcast, I'll share proven strategies so that you can create profitable marketing campaigns that drive real impact for your business. Ready to turn clarity into action? Let's get started. Hey, and welcome to the Marketing Factory podcast. This episode, we're going to be talking about everything you need to know about marketing in 10 minutes. Is that possible? Crowd, is that possible? I don't know, but let's give it a go. Okay, we're going to start with what is marketing? There's a lot of different definitions of marketing out there, but this is mine. The purpose of marketing at the end of the day is to deliver an outcome. Now that outcome will be dependent on what you need that result to be. Okay, so marketing is here to deliver an outcome. Yep, it really depends what stage the business at, what it's really important. What is it that you need marketing to do? So we really need to think about that. If we think about marketing as delivering an outcome, we can reverse engineer everything from there. So let's start at the very beginning. Where is your business at right now? If I was to drop your business, hypothetically, if I was to drop your business into the ocean, would you describe it that it's swimming? It's doing pretty well. Is it going backwards? Is it doing a bit of backstroke at the moment? You know what? That's okay. It's okay. Or are you just simply treading water? Are you just going about it? Nothing's really too majors happening. You're not going backwards, but you're not going forwards either, right? So really understanding what outcome that the business needs right now determines what you do in your marketing. And one of the biggest mistakes that I see being made out there right now, can I tell you, it's one of the things that really gets my gears turning, is that we look at these successful businesses, right? We look at them and we go, oh, I want to be like McDonald's, or wow, I want to be like this awesome business, this awesome brand. But hey, let's compare like for like here. You do the same when you're selling, right? You go, are you comparing apples with apples when you're comparing us with our competition? It's the same as you looking up to these big businesses. And if you are a multinational that has multiple locations throughout Australia, then great. But if you're not, you cannot employ the same marketing tactics that these big guys are using to grow their business and grow their brand. Okay, does that make sense? Right. So if a business is in a startup stage, then they need to do something very different if the business is actually an established business that wants to drive more customers into the store. Yeah. We use different tactics in marketing to drive more customers to your website than what we do if we want customers into your physical store. Does that make sense? A good marketer knows how to do that. And remember, marketing isn't an expense. It's an investment. You got to have clarity on the outcome before you start implementing anything. A lot of the things that people do in marketing and go, oh, I'm in the marketing department. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I put together all of the ads and I do all the creative and all of that. Oh, okay, cool. And so what's the outcome that you're looking for? What's the strategy? What do you mean? How many clicks I want? No, that's not it at all. So before we actually rush off into creative development of any marketing campaign, we need to be clear what is the outcome that you're looking for, and then we can reverse engineer from there. One of the really important things that you need to distinguish the difference between is marketing and sales. If marketing was an employee that was working for you, the number one job of that employee is to make the phone ring, is to generate an inquiry. Marketing is not responsible for making the sale. That's sales. That's the sales role, right? Because there's too many things that can break down between the phone ringing and the sale being made. This is what we really need to determine. The role of marketing is to generate the inquiry. So then I ask you this question. Just quickly, if you're a business owner struggling to see results from your marketing, or you're overwhelmed by the thought of marketing your business, we can help. Book in a call with my team using the link in the show notes, and let's get your brand thriving without the struggle. Now, back to the episode. Who's in charge of your marketing? Who's in charge of your sales? Understanding the difference is critical to your success. So again, I'll touch on this now and I'll touch on this in future episodes as well, but with this, the power of this plan that we have in marketing to guide your efforts, to keep your team aligned and all being pulled into the same direction is imperative in getting results from your marketing. So if we start talking about what is the actual role of marketing beyond delivering an outcome, and how do we get people to actually take action from our marketing? It's one thing to say, oh, here's an energy efficient light bulb, but there's another thing to actually make them take that light bulb home and actually use it, even if they got it for free, right? So we need to understand, how do we get someone to take action from our marketing messages? Well, if you think about any decision that you make at the shops, right? First thing you need to do is you need to be aware of a product. There needs to be built awareness about what the product is and why it exists. Secondly, what you need to do is you need to know how to use it. What is it for, right? What is the product? What is it for, right? Then the third thing is you need to actually use it. You need to actually give it a go. Okay, give it a go. And then the fourth thing is you can actually then receive the benefits from it. Now, I've done this talk for a few times in front of a lot of groups of people and teams, and this is how I explain it. When you first see a toothbrush on the shelf, imagine seeing a toothbrush for the very first time. What do you do with it, right? It kind of looks like a little hairbrush. Do you start brushing your hair with it? No. Marketing, there's someone there that tells you this is actually for your teeth. That's why it's called a toothbrush. So now you understand what it's for. Then, as a little kid, we start teaching kids, we put some toothpaste on and we start brushing. Okay, this is how you brush. You don't then just put that toothpaste all over your face with the brush, and parents might disagree with that. It's probably how most children learn. But you start brushing your teeth. Once you start using it and applying it, then you can actually have the benefit of clean teeth at the end. Let's talk about an example of how we can actually use appropriate marketing tactics to get the desired outcomes that you need. Okay, so we often have clients come to us and they say, we want to do social media. And I say, oh, okay. What for? And then they tell me what the outcome is. Oh, we think we need to talk to our current clients more. I said, okay, so you want to do social media to speak to your current clients more. That might not actually get you the outcome that you're looking for. So it's really have to break it down and think about, let's not put the marketing tactic ahead of what you need the outcome to be. So say you wanted to speak to your current clients more, your current customer database. You wanted to engage people on your books already who you've already built trust with, you've already sold to, they're already potentially raving fans, and you want to speak to them more. How are we going to do it? We're going to talk to them through a monthly newsletter, a weekly newsletter, a fortnightly newsletter. We'll determine the timing based on the regularity of your product or service that you're selling to them. So if we relate it to, say, dentists, you only see a dentist twice a year, right, for a checkup and clean, or we're meant to, right? So if we were a dentist, we need to become top of mind with our patients to remind them to come and get their checkup and clean with us, because it's not something we do often and we could forget about it. Okay, and just to recap on this episode, we talked about today what the definition of marketing is. Marketing delivers an outcome, and there's different tactics that you need to get those different outcomes. So don't try to employ the same tactic to get different results. It's just not going to work. We hope you've learned something here today. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we look forward to speaking with you again in the next episode coming up in the Marketing Factory podcast. Thanks for tuning into the Marketing Factory. If today's episode helped bring clarity to your marketing strategy, please leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcast or Spotify. And don't forget to subscribe on your favourite platform. Stay connected with us on the socials at The Marketing Factory or at The Marketing Factory AUS, and let's keep turning clarity into action.